In this video, we're going to look at the AI content writer. So if we come up and click on campaign, it's going to take us to our page here where we can see all of our campaigns. If we click on new campaign, and if you purchase the AI content writer, you're going to click on the option right here. And this will open up the panel where you can set up your campaign with a name, the type of content you want to create, whether it's based on local places or local services. You can put your keywords in here, choose your settings, and then how many posts you want to create, and click on create, and that's it. It's going to go out and create your content for you. So I'm going to go ahead and show you an example of how all this works, but we're going to automate the process a little more. So instead of manually filling out all this, we're going to jump back to our campaigns. And let's go down here to the Pigeon Forge Things to Do campaign I ran last week. We're going to scroll down and I'm going to find some titles that I want to write articles on. So what I want to look for are things that are specific. So specific places that AI obviously should know what they are. So for example, the Titanic Museum, it should know what this is. So we're going to tick this box. We'll do the wildlife and wonder at Parrot Mountain and Gardens. And let's pick one more. Let's just say Dollywood Splash Country. Now, one thing I will mention, you can see here the title of this one, Shop Till You Drop at the Tanger Outlets. So this is a really common place in the heavy tourist area, and there's several states that has these. So what you would want to make sure you do if you make an article on this is also add the state or the city name to the title, because that's how AI knows which one you're talking about. Otherwise, it's just going to write a generic article on the Tanger Outlets. Now that we have their 3 articles selected, we're going to scroll to the top, click on Generate Content, and it's automatically going to take us back and start a new campaign for the AI content. But now you can see it gave it a name already based upon one of the titles down here in our keywords that we imported. It also automatically imported these 3 titles that we chose from the previous screen. Now all we have to do is choose the content type. So this is based upon a place and not a service. We want to make sure we check the right option here. And then we can adjust some of our settings. So the GPT model we're using for this is the 4o Mini. You can choose your language. There are many different options here. You can also choose your tone of voice. I prefer using either friendly or conversational. You can choose your point of view. I normally always use the second person. And then you can also use an AI persona. So this is something unique that we have to make your AI articles sound a lot more human-like. And what you can do is select one of these characters and you can see beside their name the type of content that they produce. It's going to be more casual, comedy, professional, sarcastic. And so you can choose the one that best fits the type of content you're creating. For me, I'm just going to use Curtis Settenfield. Now it's going to ask us how many posts we want to create. Well, if we come back up to this box, you can see we have 3 titles. So I want to create 3 articles, one for each one. If I only put one in this box, it's only going to create an article on this first keyword. And then we're going to click on create. You can see here the campaign is started. It's in queue. We'll give it a minute and come back. You can see the campaign is started and it's in queue. While this is working, I want to go ahead and start another one, but this time instead of places, I want to do one on services. So if we come down here to the beard trimming one that I did previously for the keyword combiner tool, you can see that I combined some keywords down here with a service and then Dayton, Ohio. So I'm going to go ahead and use all 3 of these and I want to write content about them because let's say that I'm promoting some type of a hair salon or barber shop in Dayton, Ohio, and this is going to generate some content for us. So we'll go ahead and check all 3 of these, click on Generate Content. We can rename this campaign. This time we're going to choose local services because beard trimming, buzz cuts, and hair straightening is a service. We're going to choose our options again. And then the same thing with this one. We have 3 different keywords up here, so I wanted to create 3 posts. And then we're going to click on create. Now while that one's creating, we can jump back and look at these other ones. You can see they're already done. So let's click on it and scroll down. And you can see down here, we now have 3 articles. You can see their word count. Let's go ahead and jump into this first one. So this first one was for Dollywood Splash Country. And you can see here, it gives us a little bit of an intro. And right up front, we have Dollywood Splash Country. It knows exactly where it's at in the Smoky Mountains. We can see here in this title, we have Pigeon Forge. We have Pigeon Forge mentioned again. and then Dollywood Splash Country mentioned in another heading. And throughout your content, you're going to find that these keywords are sprinkled to give it really good SEO. Like right here's the Dollywood Splash Country again. We have a table and all kinds of information breaking it down. Now let's jump back and look at another one. This one here is on the Smoky Mountain Opry. And if we come down here, you can see once again, it knows exactly where this is at. It's in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And we can see all the content that it's wrote about it. Let's go back to our campaigns and look at the one here for the beard trimming. We're going to scroll down. We can see these are already done between 1,100 and 1,400 words. This first one here is hair straightening services in Dayton, Ohio. And right off, we can see here our main keyword, hair straightening services in Dayton, Ohio, which is exactly what we wanted. And then it goes in and talks about hair straightening. And throughout your content, once again, you're going to find that it's going to sprinkle keywords about hair straightening and different variations of it throughout your content, as well as the place, if you have the place mentioned in your title. We'll go back and look at one more of them. Let's do the beard trimming services in Dayton, Ohio. And right here, you can see beard trim services in Dayton, Ohio. Here we have beard trimming, unique facial hair, beard trim services, once again right here, and throughout our content, you can see right here, Dayton, Ohio. And so if you're trying to rank for some of these smaller niche local type campaigns, especially for ranking in Google or on YouTube videos, and if you can find these sub-niche topics that don't have much competition for local marketing, it's rather easy to get ranked for these. And once you do and you get your website ranked, or you get a landing page ranked or a video ranked, then you can go out to these places and say, hey, would you be interested in advertising on this? Or would you be interested in renting this out? We can put your phone number in there, or whatever you want to do with it. Another thing I want to mention about any of these articles is when you go in to view them, if you want to change them, all you have to do is come up and click on edit. There's also 3 dots right here, and if you click on those, it opens up more actions to where you can download and copy it. Let's go ahead and click on edit. It's going to open up a full editor, and we can come in here and make any changes we want to this article. We can even click these little 3 dots, it'll expand and give us more options down here. Once you're done, you can scroll to the bottom, click on Save Changes, and it'll save your article.